Previously on Frogball USA.
Very first pitch, we're going to be aggressive on both sides of the baseball. We're going to make them know who we are all year long.
We have to stay healthy, but I think if we can stay healthy, we could throw consistent strikes and we just make the routine plays, everything else will take care of itself.
The Frogs got it done against a quality Liberty Flames team and swept the series at home, adding more promise to what already looks like an exciting season for the TCU Horned Frogs.
From day one, I've told everybody that you're going to get coached like crazy. Our job's, our goal is to get back to the World Series, and our players need it, our fans need it, and I have no idea what kind of season we're going to have. I just know I like our team. The number one core value of our program is to be selfless, and it's really going to get tested this year. There's no doubt about it.
As the new season revs up, the Frogs hit the road to start a long stint away from home. Life as a student athlete is demanding, and it becomes all the more apparent when baseball and road trips are put into the mix. But that's the case in any normal year. But this is not a normal year, as we all know. COVID and everything that came with it changed all that, including travel.
Especially for us older guys who have been on road trips in previous years, it was a lot different having to wear all the masks and glasses that we had to wear in the bus and on the plane, pretty much be confined to your room and not be able to go out around downtown Houston and go eat in restaurants. So we had to go pick up our food from team meals and take it back up to our room for the most part, so it was different. But I mean, for the freshmen, it was easy for them because they don't know any different. So they just this is what they think is a normal road trip.
Yeah, it was definitely different. You start off by having to be split up in two different buses, and everybody has not just the N95 mask on, but you have the goggles, and then you go to the airport, get there in time. Guys have to continue to wear those things, and once you get on the baseball field, everything is pretty much the same. But the road trips are certainly different. Part of the fun of road trips is the city, go have a good dinner, or for the kids, be with their parents or groups of parents and teammates and all those things. And one of the challenges of baseball, I hate to say built-in failure, there's built-in opportunity. The best players and the best coaches are able to remove themselves from it. And when you have to just go back to your room and watch TV or do homework, then you're really not removing you're way more likely to dwell on what happened, and usually that's a negative.
Well, luckily as a grad student, we don't have that much homework to do. It's just kind of like pretty spaced out with the amount of stuff. But me and Hunter took our Xboxes, so we played a little bit of Call of Duty in the room, but we watched a couple movies while we're on the road as well. So
the TCU Horned Frogs test themselves on another big stage against three Texas opponents in H-Town at Minute Maid Park, home to the Houston Astros.
I don't know what's going on here, but regardless of where we are, like Coach said, whether we're playing a big league ballpark or whether we're playing somewhere else, you have to create your own energy. Whether it's Texas A&M or Texas A&M Corpus Christi, it didn't matter. They had enough humility to respect every single team they played, knew that they could kick their ass if we didn't play well, but they weren't afraid of anybody. The most important game of our season is right now. It's right now. Just like it was, you guys handled it awesome Tuesday night, okay? But the best teams I've ever been a part of can stack those days on top. They never give in. They may run out of time, they may score less in one day, but they never give in with their energy and their body language, okay? Make sure that's us. Ready to go?
Opening up against Texas A&M Corpus Christi, TCU jumped down to an early lead.
First of three for the Horned Frogs here in Houston. That one in the dirt, gets behind the catcher. Here comes Sykes. He's going to score easily from third, and it's 1-0 TCU. Now the chance to cut into the deficit. Drives this one sharply towards left center field and deep. No one's going to get this one. A 2-run shot by Hunter Wolf. So Hunter Wolf delivers.
Hunter Wolf launched a 2-run blast to left center, and this ball game is now 5-3.
Green jerseys. Nunez hits his high in the air to deep left field. Williams back at the track, leaps off the wall. Elijah Nunez with an RBI triple, and it's a 1-run ball game. Johnson comes away unscathed. Thank goodness this ball's hit deep to left field, way back. She is gone. A 2-run home run for Zach Humphreys and the Horned Frogs.
Then Zach Humphreys' long 2-run home run over the Crawford boxes in left field gave the Horned Frogs a lead that they would never relinquish against the Islanders. That win against Texas A&M Corpus Christi was Jim Schlossnagle's 700th career victory.
Maybe there's an national anthem. That's the only time you piss me like You don't know what he's talking about. You don't know what he's talking about.
Next up, Texas State, and the momentum kept on rolling. But after grabbing an early lead from Connor Shepard and Gene Wood, a Philip Sykes double would bring in Zach Humphreys and Wood for the score.
It was in the hole, 1-2. Sykes lines us down the right field line. Fair ball. Over to cut it off is Evans. Humphrey scores. Wood being waved home. The throw will go to second, and it's 3-0 TCU.
TCU would not let go of this advantage, capping the game off with a 10-0 win. The Frogs then finished the weekend against the Sam Houston Bearcats, with the game eventually going to extra innings, where Sam Houston State would land a double that doomed the Frogs.
We're very well prepared going into a game. This year, the what ifs are, because our roster's so big, wow, if I would have pinch hit this guy, if I would have pitched this guy, if I would have just rode this pitcher a little bit longer. And that's kind of where we are as a club right now, leading up to conference play. With all these extra players, we're trying to figure out who can do what, who's capable of what. And hopefully, if we can stay COVID-free and then normal baseball injury-free, by the time we get to conference play, I really want to tighten the ship. I really want to have the 9 or 10 pitchers that are going to do the bulk of the pitching. And our best teams are the ones that have very defined roles. Like when it's the 7th inning and there's 2 left-handed hitters coming up, this guy knows he's pitching. And, right now, I don't want to say it's been tryouts, but it's like instead of pitching Halen Green for a 3rd time in a week, let's see what this guy can do. And sometimes that's worked out, and sometimes it's cost us.
So on the competition, I'd say, yeah, the competition is a little bit more just because you have more people fighting for one spot. But as we know with COVID, like anybody can be knocked out at any time. So everyone's got to be ready to play at the exact same moment. So you can't really just focus on your starters or the pitchers that you think are going to pitch. You got to focus on everybody to make sure everybody's ready at any given time in the season, because their number's going to get called. It could very well be in a big time situation. For the camaraderie, I would say it's hard just because you have so many more people you have to have involved. Like our team chemistry last year was second to none. I thought it was awesome. And that was one of the challenges that Schloss challenged the seniors with for this year, is that we're going to have the same team coming back as well as the new freshmen. And so we had to find a way to get the new freshmen involved in that same team chemistry that we had last year. And so far, I think we've done a good job of that. I mean, there's no cliques on the team. Everybody gets along very well. And so it's just a good environment to be around.
They quickly turn their eyes ahead to a tough non-conference opponent in Gonzaga.
A deep fly ball out to right field off the bat of Wood. Kobayashi looking back. It's gone! Bye-bye baseball. Hello 3-2 Horned Frog lead.
In hand. Wood hit a 2-run home run in the 4th to give the Frogs a 3-2 lead.
Comes set at the belt, and the pitch Lines it into short center field. Little Texas leaguer for the base hit. 1 run is home. 2nd run comes home, and it's a 2 RBI single for Tommy Sacco.
The Frogs dropped the first matchup on Friday night, rallied back in the second, all leading up to Sunday, where both teams exchanged body blows, driving this one into extra innings. Unfortunately, the Frogs were without 3 key starters, and that proved the difference for Gonzaga to take the series. Baylor is around the corner, but there's still games to be played to prepare this team for Big 12 conference play.